silver-hilted daggers. And definitely as you get closer, you realize that it appears that he is alone. It appears that he's alone. And also, it looks like he's been roughed up. You know, he's got blood on his face, several cuts on his arms, bruises on his face, his eyes busted up pretty good. So it looks like he's definitely gone through some shit, I guess you could say.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So turning my horse to walk off the roadway, be like, traveler, we must have a word with you.
Traveler. Well, as you get closer, you can also notice that it's Zark.
David?
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Sleepy.
When you think it's fitting, just roll passive perception checks until I wake up. I'm letting you decide when I wake.
Well, yeah,
through perception.
You're sleeping pretty heavy back there. You don't get a lot of sleep as a Goliath, so you're sleeping unless somebody wakes you up. I mean, I'm just gonna let you sleep.
Yeah, like the wagon stop, you start to really go to sleep.
I'm gonna roll over a couple rocks on the way too. By the way, a couple potholes. No.
And you take a tree out. And a little hermit comes out of the wood. You're gonna pay for that! Rotten kids! I threw him 2 gold.
And Malik turns around and says, sorry, I was texting a message.
Yeah. Yep. So everyone notices now.
Do I know this is Zark?
You don't know this is Zark. You don't know him. You just know him as a... you just see him as a dwarf. And now, because I don't think the party has actually described to you what Zark looks like or anything. So
Actually,
you
Zark
know him, but yeah,
right.
his men goofed you up. But it's like I told you when we first started the game, you had seen. Well, yeah, I guess you do notice who Zark is. So yeah, you do notice Zark. But it takes a second to realize because you actually got mugged by his goons.
Mm-hmm.
But then, after talking to the party, and then you realize that this guy was hanging around the other goons, it started clicking. This guy is probably Zark. So as he went by, you saw the dwarf zoom by, and several other people as well. A couple more tieflings, humans, a couple more dwarves, but you distinctively remember him. Yeah, he was definitely leading the pack as he was charging by.
So cutting him off in the road, we bid you to stop.
He kind of rests his hands on his belt. Doesn't pull any daggers. He just kind of puts his hands up and just kind of lays them. He doesn't actually grab the the hilts of the daggers or anything, or the handles of the daggers. He just kind of rests his hands on top of them, and he goes, "What do you want?"
Hey Dave, as they're doing this, Malik pounds on the back of the wagon to see if he can wake up Tamanuk.
He doesn't appear to notice that he knows who you are.
Okay.
Anyone, not offhand.
What?
You guys never met him. Remember, Alcine.
No, but he said he pounded on the back of the wagon, and you said that he didn't know who anyone was.
Who pounded on the back of the wagon?
Malik pounded on the back of the wagon to wake Tamanuk up.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, there you go. I was wondering what the. You start hearing some pounding. You're actually woke up. You are woken up. You're not too happy about it, Tamanuk, but you're coming to.
Hey, big guy, get up here.
Big guy.
I will slowly dismantle the wagon and start to wobble my way forward. Rubbing my eyes.
Just as like a gesture,
As
he doesn't recognize us, I tell him there's been some trouble in Loudwater.
Yeah. Alright, what kind of trouble? You guys got any water? I'm really thirsty. And thanks for stopping. Yeah. He goes, my name's Ark.
Shamash is going to offer him water and say, "What happened to you?"
I was just jumped by some bandits on the road several miles back, and I was the only one that survived. And yeah, they took my horse and my money and everything. Now I have to go back home to Loudwater. And he looks pretty rough, actually. Everyone can see that he's got several cuts on him, and yeah, he's not in good shape.
Triggering horse thieves in my head. Show me where these men are.
What? Huh?
Which
Horse-
direction are these men?
Oh, they're
Your
towards
horse.
the. I was going to the Zelbros ruins, and I had some business that I had to take care of in the Zelbros ruins, and all of a sudden we were ambushed by a bunch of guys, and yeah, that's
Why?
what happened.
What business are you in?
Oh, that's for me to know. I'm
Stealing
just
children, are you?
I'm a miss. Excuse me. What are you talking about? Stealing children?
Well,
That's a good joke, mister. I don't even know who you are.
I would say to him, so you know where this Zelbroth ruins is. If you show us the way, since we are lost trying to find this place, would you be willing to strike a deal to show us the way?
Strike a deal, or what are you guys? Are you guys the long arms of the law or something? What are you guys talking about?
We're just lost. I mean, we're heading in that direction, and we knew this
You're
was a
asking me
landlocked-
some pretty specific questions to be lost on the main road when Zelbros is right off the main path. And this question of selling children, this is appalling.
Well, sir, I think you are immoral and a swine.
And who are you?
Well, I am Melik, and so I think I owe you some reputation as your thug and kindly insulted me and assaulted me.
He just kind of chuckles. He just kind of chuckles a little bit, and he goes, "I had nothing to do with that, man."
Seems like you were the ringleader of this bunch of thugs.
Kalink 101, thank
If
you
had
for the
nothing to
follow,
do this
sir, ma'am.
with this, then why were you around encouraging them? And why should I not challenge you to a duel?
Oh, you don't want to duel me. Even with the conditions that I am, trust me, you are no match for me. I'm just not in the mood to do that right now. However, I would like to get the currency that I have lost, and also I would also like to figure out what happened to the rest of my men and get my horses back. So I would accompany you, show you the back way in, and I'll help you taking these bandits out, these dastardly bastards. They need to be taken out.
Why should we trust you, good sir? Or
Why should I trust you,
Zark?
Mr. Tiefling, Mr. Horns? Why should I trust you?
I don't think you could trust me because I have nothing to give you to trust.
Looks like we're going to have to trust one another for this one.
How long has it been since you've been in Loudwater?
I've been in Loudwater many years, since I was a young boy. My uncle has a shop there.
How long have you been away from Loudwater?
Several days. I've been
So-
gone for several days now.
You left before the Lady of Shadows was banished?
word has come my way of her unfortunate end in Loudwater. Some rogue bandits basically took her out, and now she is vowed to start up another operation, I guess you could say.
Did you know of her operation?
I've done business with the Lady of Shadows on previous occasions. Collink 101, thanks again for the follow.
Fire breath.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we have done business on occasion, that's for sure.
Well, let's talk of this payment that you seek. What is a fair trade for you, sir?
Helping me get my horses back. Horses are rather expensive, you know.
Oh yes, I am
And
very much
I'm missing
interested in
8
this
horses
meeting.
right now, and I don't feel like walking all the way back to Loudwater. And thank goodness you guys. And who are you guys, by the way? That is one thing I at least ask if I'm to travel with you. I know who the tiefling is. And yes, several of my associates probably stepped over the line, but you're a tiefling in Loudwater.
Still doesn't give you the right. I don't know, gentlemen.
It seems you have already heard of us.
I don't know your names. Who are you? And I may know who you are.
You said you heard of the group that banished the Lady of Shadows.
I heard of a group. I didn't hear who had done it. All I had heard was, well, yeah, the lady told me that there was a Goliath. So I'm taking it now that you guys are probably the ones that probably thwarted the operations of the Lady of Shadows. Now that I see this huge hunking Goliath behind you, picking dimes, gold coin-sized flakes of sleep out of his eyes. Yeah, so I guess you guys are the one. Great. So what are you going to do? You going to take me in? I mean, what are you going to do? I want something, you want something. Let's work together. Let's do this, and I'll go my ways. You know, I'm already a disgrace to my uncle in that slouch town of Loudwater. I mean, he's already embarrassed that I'm his nephew.
Well, Loudwater is not a place to be in right now. There's been somewhat of an incident there.
What kind of
during
incident?
During this morning, there was to be the hanging of the Alzine.
Alcine,
There was
the rogue?
Yes, there has been a incident, and the guards are on very high alert, and they probably will not let anyone into the city.
The scoundrel? What? He was to be killed for what?
Murder.
He's the one that killed Santine?
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
So, before anything unjust happens here, let us work together in getting this back way into this place, and maybe even getting these horses back. I am quite interested in these horse thieves.
Batista, you actually kind of tell. You can kind of tell that he may be bullshitting you a little bit. You actually think that he may not be forthcoming on all of the things that he is saying, and that's for Batista. Yeah, he tells you that he's surprised, basically, that Alcine had got caught, and then he says that well, it serves him right. They're right here, Collink. They're in between Loudwater and
Yes, sir.
Zelbros.
Let's talk about a payment for his services.
Right here,
I
guys.
joined Batista at the side.
One moment.
Sure.
So, whispering to Samash, this guy, he's not very favorable in my opinion. We've heard stories that he is like scum of the earth, especially from Lady Moonfire, so there's no way to trust him. Let's try to bribe him with more gold than what it's worth, plus getting his horses back. and then we'll set a trap for him.
Shamash whispers back, I'd just rather take him out.
Ooh.
But he does have information maybe on the entranceway to the Temple of Tyr there. If he's not totally...
Well,
Swindle.
speaking out of context, you know where the Temple of Tyr is. I mean, you know where the Zelbros ruins are. I mean, they're off the path. I mean, you can literally see it off the path, and actually, you can see on the map that it is fairly close to the path as well. So you would know. Plus, Lady Moonfire told you the exact location anyway. So
Okay, yeah. Well, I was trying to bluff him around, see if we could give him a roundabout way to go, because telling him that we're kind of lost, and then re-bullshitting him back.
I love parlay.
No, Shamash is going to grin again, motion to Malik, and says, Malik don't have a chance on his own, but I still say we should take this guy out. He is responsible for kidnapping children and shipping them off as slaves.
This is interesting. Let us talk to Malik, see his opinion.
I'll step back over to Zark and let him know that Batista and I have come up with a possible payment plan that would be interesting for everybody, and he's going to talk to Malik about it.
Payment plan. Well, you guys hurry up. I'd like to, if you guys would like to I'll accompany you, and we'll just get this all straightened out.
Here, enjoy some food while we wait. And I'm going to hand him a ration.
He says, I'm really not hungry. And it just kind of hits the ground. He just kind of lets it drop out of his hands. Well, you sort of toss it to him, in its brick form, and he kind of just lets it. He doesn't really attempt to catch it. It hits him and just kind of falls to the ground. He goes, I'm really not in the mood to eat. But he says, I'm just mainly thirsty. So he just keeps drinking the water, the jungle juice.
The specimen?
Oh, man. That is not good.
Could have given him a jar of acid.
I think he would have noticed.
Yeah. So, Malik, this guy is not giving me a very good vibe. He is definitely a swindler and a scoundrel. We cannot trust him. But Smash seems to think that we should dispatch him. This is quite a burdensome for me. I say that we should use him to our needs, as in trying to bribe him to get a better location on these places, maybe a back way in, and because I don't trust him.
No, I do not trust this scoundrel at all. I'm very leery of him. I'm surprised we haven't been attacked by his thugs.
I love the fucking roleplay voice. I really do, man. Yes.
But I do see that he might be an advantage to us to get us into maybe where he's holding the children.
Yeah, we need to get a little more information out of him. And I'd say money talks.
So are you guys ready to go yet over there?
Alright, so walking back over towards Zark. And how many horses did you lose?
Lost almost a half a dozen.
Do you have any information on the reason why these men would have attacked you?
It was just I'll tell you, it was a business deal that wasn't agreed upon.
Are these members of this trade, do they weigh their value of currency in bananas?
No. You're talking about the banana rammers? Those jackballs? Hey, they're nothing.
So you know where these reside?
I have no clue where the banana rammers are, my friend. I have no clue.
So we have come up with a sum for you to help us. We will try to get your horses back. Would say 20 gold a day be of goodwill?
20 gold a day. I'm not wanting to get paid. I'm just wanting to get my stuff back. I'm needing to find out about my guys and
That
needing
would
to.
be that would be you paying us to help you.
Oh,
Now
surely
get
you
the-
jest.
This is each.
Well, I can't pay you right now. I have no money.
When we recover your things.
So you'll have to take an IOU.
This is
I'm-
a trust bond. Then.
I'm good. I'm good. My word is good.
Yeah, he's definitely on foot. Okay, so.
Yeah, he is.
Shamash looks at Batista, nods his head, and said, "Let's do it."
So I'm going to have something here real quick.
Battle map.
No, not a battle map. No, I'm just wanting to get a little visual for you guys.
Battle map.
No, not a battle map.
A pre-battle map.
I don't know. So, alright. This is something that I put together in about 30 seconds. So, this is basically where you guys are at. Just kind of place your tokens on the map of actually where you're at. You know, in regards to, because this is where Zark is right here, the dwarf. And just go ahead and place your tokens.
I
You may want
can't.
to move him to token layer. Got it on that there.
I can't move mine either.
The
You can
only
tell he's DM.
only goddamn thing I got on the map layer, which is the tokens, which yeah, unbelievable. There you go. You
I've
guys
been
are
on
good now.
4 maps today.
You guys are okay.
He's under the cart.
So I figured that's where probably you were at, Shmash, and I figured old Tin Can Head was over here, so. And yeah, Melik, you're killing me. Move your token, Melik, for a second.
He's under the cart.
All right, move it again.
Taking specimens of the horse.
There you go. Melik's still on the cart. This is as long as I get to ride in the cart, my friends.
I'll not let you ride my horse.
Yes, we'll let you ride his horse.
So, are you gonna let him get into the cart, or are you gonna let him have
Yeah.
a horse?
No, he's gonna get in the cart. I ain't giving up my horse.
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't appreciate him back in my cart, so I'm going to give him my horse.
Now.
Thanks for watching, Colin. Thanks for the follow as well, and welcome to the
Batista's
community.
horse
See you
and
tomorrow.
tie them to the side of the cart, so that the horse is being led by the cart.
The horse.
And that he don't have free reins to it.
Yes,
Okay.
because I have
Let's
high
see.
wisdom.
This ice is good.
Yes,
All right.
This is a good option. But how far is this place, Zark? First of all? Do we need
Probably,
to ride our horses?
of course, Knucklehead. We're an hour away from it still. Zark is he's pretty. He comes off to be quite a dick, actually. I mean,
Brash.
yeah, he's definitely not the politest guy. He's living up to all expectations of everything that you've heard about him.
Vile dwarf. He's not worthy of a specimen.
He keeps saying Tin Can Head for some reason and keeps looking at Batista. All right, so we'll make our way towards Zelbros then, and he gets on the horse, and I guess Tomanuk, you tie the reins of the horse actually to the cart.
Yeah, so when I sit in the back, the reins are right next to me, tied
Okay.
to whatever I tied it to. But
Okay.
if there's nothing to tie it to, I will hold them.
No, there's some rails on the side of the cart. So,
Which-
and then you have your little bed in the middle of, as well that you're relying on. You know, you're basically your knees were basically hanging over, almost with your feet
Dragging.
dragging the ground. Yeah, almost.
Paul
But yeah.
Wolfington.
So basically, you're gonna basically hold on to the. I want to be clear of this now. You're gonna hold on to the excess reins as you tie it, or is that what you're doing?
No, if there was nothing to tie it to, I would hold them. So
Yeah, there's a rail.
yeah, so then they are tied to the rail.
Okay.
So the horse walks behind the cart.
All right.
And every
Then-
once in a while, he's going to poke Zark with his spear.
Boop. And be very, very, very ready.
This tall guy doesn't say very much.
No, he doesn't.
Hey, do you speak?
Yeah.
The hell?
No, he's more the action type.
Huh.
A man of few words.
Tamanuk now puts on his sunglasses and looks very cool.
So my memory is starting to become a little bit clearer. Yeah, you guys are definitely the ones. That's right. I know who you guys are now. Yeah, something about a dragonborn and a huge guy from the mountains, sort of like a giant. Yeah, I know who you guys are now.
That's good because
wait.
we know you also.
When he whispers that to himself, I would like to do insight
Okay.
to see if I get high enough. I would like to know if his motives is to actually eventually just trick us and do some bad stuff.
Well, give me
Because
a.
it's fun to do checks, and I've been sleeping for a while.
No.
So.
Give me a. Oh, thanks. I'm glad the game is keeping it interesting for you. Maybe I should give you some more explosions.
Kaboom!
Zark explodes. He was a dummy.
There you go. Wake up. Give me your insight check,
My
sir.
insight is not that good, but still.
No, it's not that good.
Ah, it's crap.
You think he's sincere, actually, Tomanuk. You're kind of taken a little bit by this guy. You're like,
I don't know. I'm tired.
Yeah, you're pulling gold coin-sized pieces of sleep out of your eyes. So, all right. So what are you guys doing? Getting your
Kind of bump on Smash, intimidating a little bit.
Huh?
what the?
Kind of bump Smash with my shoulder. Let's intimidate Zark a little bit. In a whispering kind of voice.
I heard that.
Say, not yet. Let's get his horses back for him. Then we'll have some fun.
All right. So
So
you get.
Shamash is going to be on horseback right alongside Zark
All right.
as we're traveling.
All right. Sounds like a winner. You guys get everything. You get him up onto a horse. You know, he struggles getting up. He's still bleeding a little bit. He looks pretty roughed up. His eyes getting definitely getting a little bit. He's got like it was a golf ball, now it's starting to become a softball size eye.
Well, I'm going to
And-
help him up on the horse by grabbing one of his injured legs or whatever, hoisting him up.
Digging your finger into the wound as you lift him up.
Absolutely.
Oh. Alright, so you guys make the hour journey. 2 hour journey. You get towards the Zelbros ruins. It appears to be as you're pulling up on the perimeter